I want to talk to you today a little bit about maintaining your trampoline and the general deck area of your Hobie 16. First and foremost, just make sure you wash down that sucker every time you go sailing, and especially 2 times in salt water. I don't do it 2 times. I just make sure I really wash it really well when I'm sailing in salt water. In fresh water, I wash it down anyhow. I want to make sure dirt, grit, all of that is out of there. The more flushing I can do, the better. Typically, when I am washing it down, I do both sides of the trampoline, the hulls, and around the mast, the first 2-3 feet of the mast, because stuff, spray comes up that high. I'll get the sidebars. I get the rear crossbar, the track on the main track for the mainsail. I'd prefer to flush my main blocks with a lot of water. So I might leave them, if you take yours off, which I do, then leave them on the trampoline and then just squirt a lot of water through those blocks and onto the line. Because remember, the line will absorb salt water, and the water will dry and the salt stays in the line. And after a couple of seasons, now your line doesn't have the same flexibility. It's stiff and it's not running through the blocks that well. So yeah, paying attention to not just your main sheet also, but your jib sheets as well, your jib traveler lines a little bit, and then I do on the front crossbar, I do the jib traveler for sure, and wash all of that down. And then, generally speaking, I cover my trampoline. Actually, I cover my whole boat, but at the very least, you ought to cover your tramp. That netting or the vinyl, if you have an older tramp, but the netting that they use nowadays, it's going to degrade, man, real fast in the sunshine. So you can go the cheap route and just get yourself a tarp from the hardware store and rig up some bungees, but it's worth covering. I personally get a boat cover. My boat cover covers the trampoline and the hulls. I can give you some places that you can go online though and find purveyors of boat covers. So that's going to be really important, keeping the trampoline clean. If it's stored outside, bird free, if you know what I mean. And the other thing I don't do is the trampolines come with a couple of pockets in there, in them for holding halyards. They're not really designed to hold your lunch and everything else. In other words, if you stress out those pockets, you're liable to tear them. So just put halyards and stuff in there. What else? The line the trap line that holds the pieces of the tramp together. I loosen that at the end of every season. I don't typically sail much on my Hobie in the wintertime, so last regatta of the season, I'll loosen that. I don't want that stress. I don't want the stress on my trampoline. So that's a big one. That's a real big one. Okay, I think that about covers all of it. And so in summary, you're going to want to relax the tramp lacing after every season. That's a big one, all right? If you don't take anything away from this video, that's the one you want to take away. In addition to that, cover your trampoline when it's not in use all year long, either with a tarp or a purpose-made trampoline cover or boat cover. Wash your trampoline after every use and hulls, and particularly flush the tracks, front and rear crossbar tracks, plus the main blocks, plus the main sheet, plus the jib blocks. Just flood and flush water through there, get as much salt and dirt out of those as you can. don't overstuff the pockets on your Tramp, and that's about it. I mean, the hiking straps, there's really not much maintenance to those. If you do need maintenance, and take it in to somebody who can do that for you. But other than that, I think that pretty much covers it all. Thanks.